Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again to a brand new Let's Play. Today we're going to be doing Final Fantasy III on Steam. This is the Pixel Remaster version of the game. The reason I'm doing this is because I am still trying to get back in the habit of actually interfacing with my hobbies and things. So, definitely wanted to do that. But in addition to playing Final Fantasy III, we're going to be doing a sort of challenge run of the game. So, this game came out in July of 2021. And I want to say, like, this game came out along Final Fantasies 1 and 2 on the Pixel Remaster version, and I had finished it, completed it, got all the achievements and stuff like that before it was Fiesta time. And when it was Fiesta time in 2021, I was like, you know what? There has to be a good set up for going in and doing a Fiesta style challenge on Final Fantasy III. If you've never played Final Fantasy III before, at a surface level, this has got a job system like Final Fantasy V, but truthfully, not really. Final Fantasy III has a lot of gimmick fights. A lot of the jobs have finite life, life cycles. So for example, the fighter and the monk that you get from the first crystal are really good examples. They stop getting equipment after you leave the floating continent. And that's relatively early in the game. So, this is a little too loud in my ears. I'm going to turn this down. And that's, like I said, relatively early in the game. What that means is that you have a situation where, if you were playing, by Final Fantasy V 4 job Fiesta rules, you could be stuck with a fighter or a monk for the entire game, and then just when you get past that point, they're basically dead weight. And this can be a problem. And that's just one of many. There's a lot of gimmick fights in this game that basically insist that you have a specific setup. What else? The time that it takes you to get your jobs is very schizophrenic in this game. So you get your wind crystal jobs at the end of this dungeon, so you have your jobs, for the first part of the game. And then you have you go through a few areas, a few dungeons with those jobs, and then you get your next set of jobs, and then you go through a few areas and dungeons, you get your next set of jobs, and then you don't get the fourth crystal in the game until the literal final dungeon of the game. So, Fiesta rules are not good in this. So what I came up with is something I call the discard and draw. So the idea is you go in here, you get your jobs, you're assigned 4 of the jobs. And in the default rules, no duplicates are allowed. But you could allow duplicates if you wanted. So no duplicates are allowed. Defaultly. And then you play through the game until you get to the fire crystal, which is I'm trying to think. It's like the fourth like area of the game, I want to say. And then when you get that job, when you get your job crystals up there, you basically randomly get one of those jobs, and then you have to discard one of your 4 jobs here. And then you continue on at prescribed times. So, and the prescribed times are, you get your initial 4, then you get the wind crystal, then you have to draw and then discard one when you get the fire crystal, and then you do it again when you get the water crystal, but you don't do all 7 jobs for the water crystal. The water crystal, you get 7 jobs, and you get and some of those jobs don't have equipment available, like when you get them. In addition to that, I'm just going to go ahead and use this Antarctic Wind. You can't stop me. Okay, just kill this boss real easy like. So what I have done is, like, I've actually split the water crystal into 2 draws and 2 discards. So you get like 4 of the 7 jobs when you get the water crystal, and then when you get the Nautilus, you have to draw and discard the other 3 jobs. And then you got to do it when you get the Earth crystal, and then when you get the and if you want to go down into Eureka, you can do a draw and discard for Sage or Ninja. And that's basically the gist of the rules. I did do a write-up on it when the game came out. Or, excuse me, when I first thought up the rules. I thought up the rules while I was grinding to kill Omega in my 4-job Fiesta run. And I posted it on Game FAQs. If you want to look there, you can just kind of like the topic is like 4-job Fiesta style run for Final Fantasy III. I know that when the Gilgabot did Gilgabot, I think, has done like 2 like run-throughs of Final Fantasy III, I want to say. And I think both times No, actually, I think he skipped the first time. Like, he did one. He did a Fiesta for 1, where they randomly assigned you a party. 2 was just beat the game for some reason. And then 3, he couldn't think of anything, so he skipped it. And then they didn't do anything. And then they did 4 or 5, and then they recently swung back around to 3, and when they did that, I know some people on the decided they were going to try my my rule set, and I got quite a bit of positive feedback, so that's really good. So I have my set of D&D dice here. You probably aren't going to hear me roll, but I am going to be rolling, and because I'm not allowing duplicates, what I'm going to do is there are 5 choices at this crystal. So I'm going to take a D10, and I'm going to roll, and if I roll 1 to 2, I'm not going to have a knight. If I roll 3 to 4, I'm not going to have a monk. 5, 6 is white mage, 7, 8 is black mage, and 9, 10 is red mage. And basically, I just save myself from having to roll and like discard a bunch of like duplicates and stuff. I'm just going to roll 1 and then subtract that 1. And that's a 9, so that means no red mage for me. That's pretty good, actually. I think, honestly, You know what? I hesitate to say that Red Mage is the least useful, but possibly could be the least useful. This game, by the way, has like my favorite of the Pixel Remaster soundtracks. So first we want to put you in the back row. It's so good. Oh, wait. There's a lot of secret passages in this game. A lot of times they are marked on the map. Well, first of all, in the Pixel Remaster, you can just see the whole map. But in addition to that, you can go into a secret passage and it will like light up all the paths. But they're often like have tells and things on the world map. Excuse me, on the world map, on the map themselves, in the tunes. So while we're fighting goblins, I'm basically going to have one person do all the attacking while everybody else is defending. This will make the random encounters take a little longer, but the way Final Fantasy III works with job levels is every job has a counter that fills up. And the numbers are slightly different in different versions of the game. But essentially, you have an XP bar that goes from 0 to 100, and every time you do an action, you get some amount of experience. And then when that reaches 100, you gain a job level. Every action in the game counts towards this. In this version of the game, it takes, I think, 10 actions to get a level. And that's basically it. And defending is an action, so that's really good. It's really good, like, early on, in these situations where, like, I don't really have anything good for my, no, you can't. I don't really have anything good for my mages to do. They don't know any spells, and the sleep spell's not a good spell. I'm not going to be using it. Well, I mean, honestly, I don't know for sure if that's the case or not, but I'm not going to be using, like, sleep, blind, all that. I don't recall them being very good in the original Final Fantasy III. So I haven't really, like, gone through and tried to use them in this either. So it's like, whatever. But I really do want my two mages to get lots and lots of job experience. Because, let me actually go into the configuration menu here. Yeah. Turn this down just a little bit. I think the battle music is spiking a little too much. Spiking just a little too much. Turn that down a little bit. Now, you can go in here and speak to the Elder, but you don't have to, I don't believe. But I want to get these potions. One of the great things about the Pixel Remaster version of the game is you can look at the map and it will tell you how many items and chests are in an area. That's super useful. There was actually several pieces of equipment in this game, chests and things that I did not know existed, that I was basically pulling my hair out trying to find. In the 3D version, and I ended up giving up trying to get the 100% completion, 100% achievements. I recognize that 100% completion and 100% achievements are two different things. See, this is the one that heals you, yes. And the one on the right restores all your hit points. Excuse me, revives everybody. The one on the left restores your hit points. The one on the right heals everybody. This is the Poisona spell. Do I want that? No, I don't. First thing we're going to do is we're going to just, like, raid everything. NPC. I swear to God, the NPCs in this game are almost as bad as Final Fantasy IV. So there are random encounters back here, but like only like on that, starting on that grass and around the corner here. And it's just goblins, so it's not like a big deal. This is probably the best place in my opinion, the best place in the game in the 3D version to grind up job levels. I guess that would make it the best version in this one to grind up job levels as well, but you don't really need to grind up job levels in this one so much, because, I mean, just because. I feel like you'll naturally get there. Alright, so we want leather armor on both of you. I don't really care about the dagger. Oh, I do want to teach you this cure spell. One of the great things about this game compared to like Final Fantasy 1 is that you have... This game uses a spell charge system, but you get so much MP that you get to a point very quickly that your mages can basically use their magic spells all the time. It's really good. Alright, so I want none of that. I do want some armor, though. Definitely want some armor. 2 of these, and then... I forget if there's a bronze bracer that I can... No, I just need one. Okay. Alright, we're set now. And now we are just going to walk down to the next city. If you speak to the Elder, he's like, oh, you're the chosen ones. You must go and revive the light of the crystals, oh warriors of light. I might switch over to Larry attacking in the next combat to see if he does better. The monk tends to do a little more damage than the fighter does. Fighter's a little tankier, but get through helm. There is an item in here. Yes. Want to collect all these potions. Yoink. Not many people know this one's there, that potion. We learn the location of Cid's airship, which is important. We need it to advance the plot. They give you so many airships in this game, it's ridiculous. 2 things to point out in this room right here. First off, the 2 paintings. The Warrior of Light from Final Fantasy 1 is on the left, and then the intro sequence to Final Fantasy 1 is on the right, and then you can touch the candles and burn yourself, which is amusing. Pointless, but amusing. So all these people are transparent. You can't really do anything in the village there. You can't get any... You can't purchase anything from the transparent people because apparently their hands stopped working. I don't know. I'm not real sure why they won't sell you anything, but that is the case. Let's save our game. And we have the same situation over here in this castle. The people inside are... Oh, actually, you know what? I want to go in the castle first. There is a chest I want to grab. And this is one of the chests that... Oh, nope. This is one of the chests that I did not know existed when I tried to play the 3D version. No, that's the Wellspring Room. And I because I haven't played the original versions of these games in a very long time, Final Fantasy 5, 6, whatever, I am almost certain there are this chest right here. But this is very, very good because you get this Tonfa, and it makes your monk a powerhouse. Very, very hard hitting. But I feel like you have to run back to like plot point rooms a lot in the other in like the original versions of these Final Fantasy games, and we don't need to see that guy. He's like, oh, the Jin did this to us. We need a mithril ring. We need a mithril ring. Unfortunately, the only person that has our mithril ring is Princess Sarah, and she's not here. Can you go find Princess Sarah? Maybe the Jin kidnapped her because she has a mithril ring. The Jin is on the in this cave over on the other side.